Hello viewers, welcome to ICSC board class 10 biology. We are with absorption by roots episode 2.1.8 and last two experiments are remaining. One is related to root pressure and another one is related to xylem and phloem. So we are going to move on to an experiment to demonstrate the root pressure. So let us start with our topic, that is experiment aim to demonstrate root pressure. So here our aim is, so aim begins from here, aim. So what is our aim? To demonstrate root pressure. I hope you understood the definition of root pressure that we have done in the previous episode. You want me to revise? Okay, let us revise here. So what is meaning of root pressure? Root pressure means what? Pressure exerted. Pressure exerted inside the cells of root, or you can say in the cells of root due to turgidity and root pressure is what? Pressure exerted in the cells of root due to flaccidity or turgidity and flaccidity. So due to turgidity and flaccidity, to push the cell sap. You know the meaning of cell sap? That is the fluid which is present in the vacuole. Upward, to push the cell sap upward is called root pressure. Okay, understood? So this is the definition of root pressure, and we are going to demonstrate root pressure through an experiment. So here we require apparatus, or we can say material. So in the apparatus we are going to take a well-watered potted plant. And basically we are going to select balsam plant. Okay, so that is the first requirement. Second requirement is to have a manometer, because manometer will show the pressure and its readings. So now you will be having a well-watered potted plant that is balsam plant, which is going to have well-developed root system and well-developed leaves, as well as its stem is very well developed. What we are going to do, we are going to cut the end of the stem just from here. So what are we going to get? We are going to get this part. So this is the zoom one, so I zoomed it. So this is the cut stem of the balsam plant which was well watered, and that is then connected to the manometer. This manometer is then connected to the scale. it contains mercury in it. So this part is mercury. So we can measure the level of mercury here on the scale. Okay, I'm not drawing completely, but it is just an sort of a assumption that there is a scale behind it. A manometer is there and the mercury is there inside the tube. Now here, when we cut the stem, at that time water was absorbed by the plant and it is continuously absorbing the water because of the process of transpirational pull from the leaves. But when we cut it, the absorption is still going on. This absorption of water which is still continuing into the roots, coming out from the stem, and it oozes out from the cut part of the stem, puts a pressure on the mercury. As a result, the mercury level in the manometer rises. So that shows the rise in the mercury level in the manometer shows that upward flow of water in the manometer shows that the upward flow of water is due to heavy pressure from the roots called root pressure. Which is enough to rise the level of mercury. Understood? So this is what it happens due to turbidity and flaccidity. The push of a cell sap is in upward direction, which is nothing but the root pressure. So root pressure is so high that it is enough to push the mercury level rise in the manometer. So this one is manometer. So I hope you understood the meaning of root pressure and the experiment that shows the root pressure is exerted by the roots on the water, which is helping it to move in the upward direction along with the cell sap. If you have any questions or doubt, please let me know in the comment box. We'll see once again in the miscellaneous episode. So I'm going to move to the another experiment related to presence of xylem and phloem, which helps in the water conduction and the conduction of food. So another experiment, aim. So what is the aim of the experiment? The aim of the experiment is this one, to demonstrate the conduction of water through xylem apparatus, materials you can also say. So here we are going to take balsam plant with roots. That is uprooted. Then we require eosin, that is stain, and we require water and beaker. So now here, so take a beaker, fill it with the water and put some eosine in it. So it turns into red color. Then take a balsam plant along with the roots and immerse it into the beaker containing eosine and water. After some time, if you observe the portions of the veins as well as flower, you will be observing it that is in the red color, or you can say pink in color, not completely red, but still you will be observing pink color. Even if you cut the stem and if you see, then the center vessel of the stem is also reddish pink, or you can say pink in color, because that is nothing but what? Xylem, which is conducting water and supplying it to the different parts of the plant in the upward direction. So this is what the observation is. What you are observing, the veins of the leaves are also pink or reddish in color. The flower petals are also pink in color. If you take the cross section of the stem, then the cross section of the stem also shows the pink color, which shows that the xylem is conducting water, eosine along with the water, to the different parts of the plant in the upward direction. So this is the experiment. So that shows that conduction of water takes place through xylem. Let us move on to the next experiment. In the next experiment, what are we going to do? We are going to remove xylem. So here aim. What is the aim? Aim is what? We have to find out that xylem conducts water and the plant remains turgid. So to demonstrate that xylem conducts water and the plant remains, that especially the leaves remains turgid. So again, what you are going to take? You are going to take balsam plant. Now in this balsam plant, you are going to remove the center portion. So let us take first of all plant A and plant B. So we are going to take two pots. So here we are taking beaker only. We are taking the stem. Okay. This beaker is filled with water. The beaker is filled with water, or a large vessel, or you can say pot which is filled with water. And here we are going to have the leaves. So normally the leaves look like this, which shows that they are in turgid condition. So they are turgid. But once you remove the xylem from the center part of the stem, then the water which is being absorbed by the roots or the stem, it will reach up till here, but it will not go further. Why? Because you have removed what? What is been removed from here? The removal of xylem has The part of the experiment is what? Removal of xylem. So here xylem has been removed. When the xylem has been removed, the water is not going to go further in the xylem vessel. As a result, the leaves which are in this condition, the leaves which are in turgid condition will lose its turgidity, and as a result the leaves droops, or you can say wilts. So that means the leaves which are seen here turgid, in this one which does not have any pathway for the transmission of water because the xylem has been removed, the leaves which are turgid in this one will now droops. The leaves are going to droop. So leaves are drooping here. That means they wilt because loss of turgidity. So that says that xylem conducts water, and the leaves remains in turgid. Once the xylem is removed, the leaves are going to lose the turgidity and they wilt. Now in another experiment, what we are going to do? We are going to remove phloem. Phloem, what does the phloem do? The phloem function is to transmit food. So here we are removing phloem from this area, from this part. So this part is the phloem part, which has been removed. So the phloem is removed. So food passes till here, but it cannot go further. Why? Because the phloem has been removed, but not the xylem. So xylem passes the water from the root to the aerial parts of the plant, and as a result the leaves are going to remain what? The leaves are going to remain turgid. But phloem cannot move further down. Why? Because phloem has been removed. Phloem cannot pass the water further down because phloem has been removed from the stem. This is what we call as a girdle experiment. Here for the xylem as well as for the phloem. तो यहाँ पर क्या निकाल दिया हमने? फ्लोएम निकाल दिया. इससे खाना आगे नहीं जाएगा, फूड आगे नहीं जाएगा. जो लीफ ने फूड बनाया है वो यहाँ पर आके स्टॉप हो जाएगा. सो एज ए रिजल्ट हियर दैट दिस पार्ट बिकम स्वोलन. अगर वो स्वोलन हो गया तो धीरे धीरे उसकी एनर्जी आती है फॉर द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ एडवेंटिशियस रूट्स. तो ये क्या डेवलप कर रहा है? एडवेंटिशियस रूट्स. एंड दिस पार्ट इज नॉट getting any food, so it starts dying. So that shows that the phloem is important for the conduction of food. So I hope you understood this experiment. It is also known as girdle experiment, both for the xylem and phloem. Sometimes they are asking in the board examination for 5 marks question, as well as their functions are also being asked as a sub questions. If you have any doubts on any sort of a questions, please let me know in the comment box. I hope you understood all the 4 experiments. Thanks very much guys, and thanks for your patience. Thank you guys once again.